Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to dive into something really cool, a method that can unlock a whole new level of capability in pretty much any AI you're already using. And no, we're not talking about some secret feature on one specific model. We're talking about a technique to give any AI a serious upgrade.
So think about this for a second. What if you could take a general-purpose AI, like Gemini or ChatGPT, and instead of just chatting with it, you could actually install an expert brain right inside it. A brain that's built from your specific knowledge, your workflows, turning it from a jack of all trades into a master of one, yours. That's the big idea we're unpacking today.
Okay, so to understand how we can supercharge any AI, we first need to look at what makes Anthropic's Claude so incredibly effective. It's not just that it's smart, it's about how it works. Claude can take on these big, complex, multi-step projects and just run with them, all on its own, until they're done.
And here's the real difference. Most AIs we use are turn-based, right? You type a prompt, it gives you a response. You type another prompt, you get another response. But an agentic AI, like Claude, is totally different. You give it a big task, and it just works and works until it's finished. No more mashing that continue button over and over. For complex stuff, this is a total game changer.
Now, this is where it gets really exciting, because while Claude has this capability baked right in, the principle behind it, well, it isn't some proprietary secret. It's actually a method, a system that you can learn and apply to almost any large language model out there, letting you unlock its true potential.
So let's pull back the curtain. The secret ingredient that Anthropic has really helped popularize is a concept they call skills. And this is the core idea that lets an AI go beyond just simple Q&A and start performing like a real dedicated assistant. The best way to think of a skill is like a super detailed recipe you give to the AI. It's way more than just a prompt. It's the whole package: instructions, background knowledge, templates, the whole shebang. This recipe guides the AI to perform a really complex task perfectly every single time. You're basically teaching it to work just like an expert would.
And here's the most crucial part. This is not some new feature you have to wait for your favorite AI company to release. It's a methodology. It's all about how you structure your instructions and your knowledge in a way that fundamentally changes how the AI operates. You can literally start doing this right now with the models you already use.
Honestly, the best analogy for this whole process is building with Legos. A single instruction is just one little block. But if you want to build something truly powerful, something amazing, you have to connect all those different pieces together in a smart, structured way. This quote from the source material absolutely nails it. A single skill can solve one little part of a problem, and that's great. But the real magic, the real power, happens when you build a whole system, a plugin, where you stack multiple skills together to tackle a much bigger, more complex problem from all sides.
So a complete expert system like this really has three key parts. First up, you have the router prompt. That's the brain of the whole operation. It tells the AI what to do and which files to use. Second, you've got the skill files. This is the logic, the super detailed step-by-step instructions for every task. And finally, the library files. These are your tools. They hold all the data, templates, and frameworks the AI needs to do its job. Put them all together, and you have a seriously powerful system.
Okay, so you've designed your Lego castle. You've got your router, your skills, your libraries all planned out. Now what? Well, let's get practical. Let me show you how you can take this entire system and easily pop it into Google's NotebookLM, effectively giving it that agentic expert brain we've been talking about.
And you won't believe how simple this is. You just create a new notebook, and then you upload all your system files, the router, the skills, the libraries. Then, you just pop into the notebook's custom instructions, and you paste in your main router prompt. And that's it. Your router prompt now tells NotebookLM exactly how to use all that expert knowledge you just gave it. And just like that, you've done it. You haven't just uploaded a few documents, you've literally reconfigured the AI's core behavior. NotebookLM is no longer just a general model. It's now a specialized system running on your custom-built expert logic. It's a completely different and way more powerful tool.
But wait, there's a final twist here. By running this system in a tool like NotebookLM, you unlock a totally different style of control. It's not fully autonomous like Claude, and you know what? That might actually be its biggest strength. So let's look at the trade-offs. Claude's autonomous approach is awesome. It's fast, it's hands-off, but the AI is basically making its best guess. With the guided approach in NotebookLM, yeah, it's turn-based, so it can be a bit slower. But, and this is a huge but, you, the expert, have complete control to guide, to correct, and to fine-tune the process at every single step.
You know, the source material points this out perfectly. For really complex, high-stakes work, being able to jump in and steer the AI, that's not a bug, that's a feature. For any task where expert judgment is absolutely critical, this kind of guided, turn-based control can get you a much, much better result than a fully hands-off process.
So, here's the big takeaway. Creating powerful AI isn't really about finding the one best model anymore. It's about building the best system. This whole methodology lets you take any general AI and turn it into a specialist. It's a reminder that you are the expert and the AI is your tool, a tool that gets exponentially more powerful when you give it the right structure. This puts the control right back where it belongs, in your hands.
And ultimately, this just reframes our entire relationship with these tools. We should probably stop asking which AI is the smartest right out of the box. The much more powerful, more interesting question to ask is this: using your unique expertise and these system-building principles, just how smart, how capable, and how incredibly useful can you make your AI?